This is a crazy story out of Australia. We have quite a few viewers in Australia. In fact, it's one of our outside of the U.S. I mean, it makes sense. It's a lot of English speaking countries. Canada, the UK, and Australia are where we have some of the biggest audiences. And close to 10 people sent me this story about Australian anti-vaxxers completely fabricating the death of a boy from Sydney, Australia, supposedly from the COVID vaccine. It turns out it was completely made up. This is being reported by 7 News in Australia, as well as a number of other media outlets. A distraught Sydney father has shared how his beautiful 7-year-old boy died in the back of an ambulance days after being vaccinated against COVID. But authorities say it's a hoax. In a lengthy Facebook comment, Steve Leary claimed his son, Lachlan, received his first vaccine dose on Wednesday. Is that a popular Australian name? Because isn't one of Rupert Murdoch's kids also named Lachlan? Lachlan received his first dose on January 12th, experienced a fever and difficulty breathing shortly after. He claims he took his son to West Med Hospital, where they ran tests and after 5 hours sent him home. Friday morning at 4 a.m., we heard him yell out. He was on his bedroom floor. He then collapsed. He was not breathing, wrote the father. He claims his son died of a massive heart attack and warns other parents not to vaccinate. The government has ruined my family. They have taken away our only son. I mean, this is tragic if true. The post quickly gathered pace online, collecting thousands of likes, comments, and shares before the profile was taken down and the post reshared as a screenshot. But it's believed to be the latest case of misinformation running rife, a deliberate attempt to discourage parents booking in to get their children vaccinated less than a week after 5 to 11-year-olds became eligible for COVID vaccines in Australia. There is no record of a Lachlan Leary who died in Sydney last week, or indeed at all. And NSW Health told 7 News it, quote, has not been able to locate any record of such incident. And the Therapeutic Goods Administration, which collates all adverse events associated with vaccines, also rubbished the claim. In a statement, a spokesperson stressed it has not received any adverse event reports involving the death of any children between 5 and 11. The Children's Hospital at Westmead also refuted the reports in writing, saying there are many inaccurate posts currently circulating on social media. There is no record of any child having passed away following COVID vaccination at our hospital. There are also questions surrounding the validity of Mr. Leary's profile. News of the death pictured Leary, a man who lives in the United States and served as the mayor of Winter Park, a small town in Florida. This is really immoral. And everything we believe now indicates that this is merely a hoax meant to dissuade parents from going and getting their kids vaccinated against COVID. We are fortunately seeing the decline of Omicron now in the United States, cases down about 21% as of this morning. We are seeing a leveling out globally. Many individual states in the U.S. are down significantly. But one of the groups that is most getting seriously ill on a rate basis is the very young, most of whom have not yet been vaccinated. And this is, again, it's another opportunity to move to the endemic phase. Endemic doesn't mean no risk, but it means something different than pandemic. We have an opportunity. Part of it is getting as many people protected from getting seriously ill. You might catch it, but you're much less likely to be seriously ill. 5 to 11-year-olds are part of that. And this appears to be an out and out, complete and total hoax. And I hope that, at least as far as the U.S. is concerned, this reminds people, when you hear about VAERS reports, where tens of thousands of reports about kids dead from the vaccine, those reports are completely unverified. Anybody can go and submit a report to VAERS. Now, people will write in, they'll say, David, it's a crime to do that. Is anybody getting prosecuted for that? Have you heard of anybody being prosecuted for submitting a false report to VAERS? That is not dissuading people from doing it. They are weaponizing the VAERS report, which is the Vaccine Adverse Effects Reporting System. I assume the S is system. So an incredibly pernicious moment. And I am not advocating one way or the other. Australia has different laws than the United States. It remains to be seen whether this individual may face some kind of a penalty. Of course, if he really lives in the United States, it's not really clear that anything would apply, but we're going to follow the story. That's everything we know right now. And we will have a link to the story and more information on our Instagram, which you can find at David Pakman Show. I'm really excited that one of our sponsors today is Helix Sleep. I sleep on a Helix mattress at home. I absolutely love it. And that's why I reached out to them about sponsoring the David Pakman Show. Buying a mattress in the past was always a huge guessing game for me. I didn't know what I actually needed. I didn't know what I would like. But Helix has a sleep quiz on their website. You tell them your body type, your sleeping position, your back pain issues you might have, and their tool matched me with a mattress that is perfect for me. It's cool enough at night. It's the right firmness. I generally just do way better sleeping these days because of the mattress. Helix was awarded #1 best overall mattress for the last 2 years by both GQ and Wired Magazine. It is well-deserved, I can tell you firsthand. Every Helix mattress comes with a 10-year warranty. You can try the mattress risk-free for 100 nights, and they will even come pick it up at your house if you don't love it, but I know you will. All of my viewers will get up to $200 off your order, and you'll get 2 super premium pillows for free when you go to the link right underneath this video.